Hello everybody and welcome to the Supla Wrestling Show here on YouTube and possibly podcast format if I can be bothered to do that as well.
There is that.
I'm Keelan Balderson and I'm joined as always by Andy Kwan and Liam Dern. Hello.
G'day.
Hello there.
Didn't know you was Australian.
G'day, mate. G'day. G'day. Is that right? G'day. G'day.
You are offending a load of people.
Now a giant continent hates us.
G'day, mate. G'day.
Gadar?
G'day.
Gaddafi? You like Gaddafi? What's wrong with you?
What? Oh my god. No. You can't say that. You can't say
Can we
Gaddafi.
just move on?
Yes, can we just move the fuck on?
Yes.
What's the main event, Andy?
Well, the main event this week is that Sting is in TNA. What in the living hell is he doing there? Well, we'll be talking about that on this week's show. And he's TNA champion. Fuck our lives.
I think it was all just a big Vince Russo storyline. He was the one that was leaking the information about Sting going to WWE just so he could swerve everybody.
The entire world. No, I don't know. It's just, I've got a bone to pick with Sting. And he is the biggest hypocrite in our business right now. Worse, dare I say, than Hulk Hogan.
I got to come back, but I'm going to return.
Because the guy, what happened was, in 2001, Sting had the opportunity to go to WWE, or WWF as it was known at the time, and he didn't because of his Christian beliefs, because it was still kind of the Attitude Era and it wasn't exactly PG and stuff, and also the way that people like Booker T and DDP were being treated in this company. So it's kind of, he didn't want to go, and that was fair enough back then. But we are now in 2011, people. WWE's PG. There is no real reason now for Sting not to go to WWE. There's actually more reason for him to go. But instead, he signs with TNA, a company that is as far away from PG as possible. TNA has got like the opposite. It's got like ADD, right? You got the beautiful people. Just this fucking week's Impact calling some stupid dickhead off Jersey Shore a slut, a hooker, a whore, because that's Christian, right? And also, you've got like Kurt Angle with a motherfucking axe threatening to kill Karen Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett, because yeah, that's Christian, right?
And then
it's just blood. You got Ric Flair every week blading himself. You got chair shots for no apparent reason, random last man standing matches, random gimmick matches. Whoa, I've got iced again. It's like, how is this fucking Christian Sting? Seriously, it's just stupid. He is a fucking hypocrite.
Technically, lots of wars have been waged because of Christians, so there. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's a Christian war.
It's
the Crusades! Because Russo's Muslim, apparently.
That's the worst thing I think I've heard.
God, that's even worse. He touches little kids.
Whoa.
The point is...
No, he was touched by a priest when he was younger, more likely.
No, it's a vicious circle.
That explains all the swerves. He was touched by a priest.
Okay, but here's the thing. It's not like born-again Christians have never worked in this company. Eddie Guerrero worked in the company, and he was a born-again Christian. Shawn Michaels has worked in the company, and he was a born-again Christian. What makes Sting any fucking different?
I think maybe the WWE makes you a born-again Christian because it's so corrupt and, like, crazy. Oh, Lord, save me.
He's in TNA! How the fuck is that not corrupt and completely shit? Jesus! Fuck! I hate this company! Fuck this company!
If we want to rant more about TNA, let's talk about their promo trailer or whatever for Sting.
Oh my god!
Rip-off
Jesus
of WWE's
Christ.
Undertaker Return.
It's not like
Fucking
people are
hell.
going to get confused between the two and think like, oh, it was TNA all along. No, because they're two separate companies.
If this what
Yeah,
it
but
is,
the
is that
thing-
it was people like us who thought, oh, this could actually be Sting, because people were thinking, oh, TNA and Sting have parted ways.
I blame Meltzer.
It's the 10-year anniversary since WCW's death. It could technically be Sting, and so Sting goes back to TNA, and they're like, oh, I've got a good idea. Let's be trolls and completely copy what they've done.
It just, yeah.
Oh, fuck off, guys.
Troll face. It makes them look exactly like second-rate rip-offs.
It does.
They really, they leech off WWE. They should just be completely separate from the fucking company altogether. Don't acknowledge the company's existence, for God's sake. Stop doing stupid shit like this.
If WWE went out of business, TNA would have nowhere to
I don't wanna
go
talk
because
about it
all they
anymore.
fucking do is copy TNA, WWE.
Shit.
It's like when they say somebody's
That's all they ever do.
former champion, and you're like, yeah, not with your company. Why are you putting over the other
Yeah, that's
company's
what I mean.
belt?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what they do all the fucking time. They do that all the time. It's
I mean,
stupid. Just
I was
don't acknowledge
watching-
their existence.
After watching the Sting thing on YouTube, his weird promo trailer, I went onto YouTube and I was looking more at some other things that TNA had done, and they are just so pathetic. It's like there was a promo by Kazarian a couple of weeks back where he goes, "We're not for angry rookies because we're the best in the TNA galaxy." It was like, what the fuck? Okay, so you're trying to make fun of the WWE universe. Yeah, I fucking hate that name as well, but isn't that galaxy smaller than a universe? Yeah, I think TNA's just put themselves in perspective to the WWE there.
They're not a fucking galaxy. They are the shit stain on your toilet bowl. They are not a fucking galaxy. Fuck these people. Like, seriously, you couldn't run a company any worse than what these idiots have been doing for the past 7 fucking years. What makes it worse is they didn't put this on pay-per-view. No, we'll put it on free TV. What kind of an idiot does that? Is this Eric Bischoff's stupid way of thinking ratings mean more than money? What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. You don't make half as much money from a TV show as you would from a pay-per-view, so why not have him return on pay-per-view?
Oh,
Wouldn't that make more sense?
Speaking of Bischoff, again, another video I saw was Bischoff going, "No, we're not having celebrity guests on the show every week. That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard." Yeah, I agree with him.
Oh my
But
god,
what's
there is! There's always one! There is
Why
some
are they
retarded
acknowledging
idiot!
WWE, they're just completely killing themselves. They shouldn't be.
My
It would be
God.
like Pepsi, every advert, Pepsi would be like, "Yeah, because we don't need red and Coke in our name." It would be like, well, don't put over the fucking competition, you idiots. Even if you are making fun of them, you're still giving them publicity, free advertising.
But they do have guest hosts
You're
every
idiots.
week or every other week. That's my phone. Shut up. They do have guest hosts and stuff
Most of the
every
people who
week.
work in TNA and were people who work in WCW. Did they not learn their lesson when they tried to make fun of Raw being pre-taped and Foley winning the WWE title, and then, oh my god, what a surprise! Everyone leaves WCW to go and watch WWE and Foley winning the championship because they gave it away early.
there was that other thing where they had Goldberg on pay-per-view against DDP, and there's like a big speculation that they deliberately cut it off the pay-per-view broadcast, so the next night they could say, "Oh, we've got Goldberg on. We're going to replay it on Nitro." So they had a
didn't they have to
rating spike, and then
reimburse
since that
all
point
the-
they lost the rating war.
Yeah, but they had to reimburse everybody who bought the pay-per-view and pay them all back.
Yeah, but they had
That's
limitless
dumb.
money at that point.
I don't see the logic in anything the TNA does. They're hypocrites. They're all hypocrites. Eric Bischoff is the biggest idiot of all time because he's just like, oh no, we're not going to have celebrities on our show, but just this week you had some stupid
Well, if
slut
you-
off the
if you look
Jersey
at
Shore
it-
on your show.
If you look
It's
at
just
Bischoff's
stupid and
history,
dumb.
what he did basically was take over a company for a couple of years, and then it died a couple of years later. WCW ran for so many years, and then right at the end it died.
Before he was in
it might have
charge.
got record ratings, but that was just wrestling. WWE had record ratings. I think maybe it was just a general interest because it was on TV and it was a bit more modern. But if anything, he killed the company.
And when Sting came back,
get why.
it was...
You don't see the WWE doing cheap shots at TNA. Not often, anyway. I mean, it's very...
They don't
they
need
do have
to
an
at all.
occasional one.
They don't need to. Why would they want to?
Like, oh, it was... What was his name? Senshi, Loki, whatever the fuck his name is. He said... Kaval, that's it. He said something on NXT saying, I'm the total non-stop action or something, and everyone's like, oh, that's a hit at TNA.
There was that Braden Walker thing as well, where Braden Walker was backstage and Matt Hardy's like, oh, you're a real wildcat. Because he was Wildcat Chris Harris.
That's not even taking really a cheap shot at TNA, it's just having a slight laugh. But what TNA's doing is that they're basically just trying to rip the WWE, and by doing that they're doing the opposite in my opinion, and they're giving advertising to it.
They're trying to be ECW when ECW was that renegade promotion that could, you know, cut promos on the competition because they couldn't do the hardcore shit that they did. But TNA doesn't have that bad boy image. They look geeky and stupid.
It is shit, and what makes it worse, I don't know if you guys saw Sting's return, obviously Liam has, but the commentary was just like, oh my god, they're going nuts in the arena, everybody's going mad. No, there was no one going mad, because strangely enough, everybody fucking knew his Sting in the first place, but also no one wants to see a 51-year-old man.
And also they added that into the taping. It wasn't even part, you know, like the Impact tapings, they cut things up and do it in different orders and retake things. So it's like Sting coming out was probably like half an hour after a taping, and it was just a random segment that they just did.
It's just dumb. I don't like anything about this company.
I get angry at how these guys think they're so cool and funny, and yeah, we're gonna take hits at WWE because we are like bad boys. And it's like, WWE don't even acknowledge your existence. They don't even watch your product. They don't even.
No one
you're
does.
Not a threat to these guys.
Yeah,
Why
Michelle
are you
McCool's
doing
like,
this?
who's AJ Styles? I don't steal the Styles Clash. Who's AJ Styles?
What's an AJ Styles? It's just stupid. This company is dumb, and I can't understand why someone would keep, I don't know, giving this company money when clearly it's a fucking failure. It is a failure. It doesn't matter who they brought in. They brought in Angle, they brought in fucking Rob Van Dam, they brought in Hardy, both of the fat, stupid, meth, fat wankers. They brought in, they brought in Mickey James, they brought in all of these people who were really big in WWE, and guess what? It's done fuck all for you, to the point where Kevin Nash was like, you know what? Fuck you guys, I'm going back. Booker T was like, fuck you guys, I'm going back. Loki was like, fuck you guys, I'm going to NXT. I'll reckon I'm doing nothing again. It's just stupid. It's dumb. No one likes this company.
On the roster,
stupid.
At least 95% anyway. If
I don't want
WWE
to talk
was
about it
knocking
anymore.
on their door to get them in WWE, they would leave TNA without thinking. They would go.
Chris Jericho
The
talks
reason
about it in
why
his
they're
book.
doing this is because they're like, oh, TNA, WWE don't want us, so I'm going to be like, yeah. Oh,
And if you're Shark Boy, you
Chris
just quit
Jericho
anyway.
talks just
yeah.
anyway, who cares? He's Shark Boy. But Chris Jericho talks about this in his book.
Shark Boy, that was the worst gimmick in the world. Well, actually,
Give me
no,
a show,
Yuki's
yeah.
pretty bad.
I thought it was funny
give
when
me
he
a
was
show,
Oscar.
yeah. Like, you're taking the piss out of arguably, not in my opinion, but arguably the greatest wrestler of all time. You are Shark Boy. You are playing a fucking shark. You fucking suck. Why in the fuck are you ripping someone that's about 1,000,000 times better than you, you dumb fucking idiot? Fuck Vince Russo. Fuck this fucking company. Let it die already. Sorry. God, that was weird. I'm gonna apologise. I fucking hate this company. I really don't understand why it still exists. I don't. I can't understand. Who would invest money in this shit? Why is Spike not taking them off the air?
Who watches TNA? Are these
Fucking
retards?
morons!
Brain dead retards?
You know, those people
don't
in
know.
Egypt and Libya are going to be like, why are you getting so worked up?
It's like, we're trying to get rid of this. We're trying to get rid
more
of this
important
guy.
things,
You're just
guys.
talking about,
We're trying to bring democracy to our country and you're talking about bloody wrestling? What is wrong with you
well,
guys?
guess what, folks? Once you get your democracy, now you have this to fucking complain about. God.
Oh, it's just.
Yeah, we don't have a democracy, but that's a show for another day.
I just want to take the time. Anyone who's listening, and you are actually fans of TNA, you enjoy the product, you are fucking brain dead retards. Honest to God, you are. End off. Okay, I don't want to see comments or anything saying, "Oh no, TNA is the best, brother." Fuck off. We've proven time and time again.
Somebody accused me of deleting comments that were praising Hulk Hogan, and this guy's like, "Oh God, I'm going to leave your site. I know Keelan Boulderstone is deleting comments that say Hulk Hogan is good." No, nobody makes comments that Hulk Hogan is good. And he called me Kean as well, so it's not even my name, jackass.
Jabroni.
Some people
I just
idiots.
This week's Impact is it reminds me why I should never watch Impact. Because Kurt Angle had a fucking axe, and I was really scared he was about to pull a Chris Benoit and just go fucking apeshit on his ex-wife and the new husband. I seriously thought, I literally thought for 1 minute that Russo did like the ultimate shoot and let Angle kill fucking his ex-wife and now the husband-to-be. I was like, holy mother of Jesus, don't do it, Kurt. Don't do it, Kurt. Don't, oh my God, he's just destroyed his set. Where the fuck did he get an axe from? Why the fuck did he have an axe?
He's going back to the Attitude Era and trying to do that, Austin's got a gun, or Pillman's got a gun, where Austin went into Brian Pillman's home with a gun, and there was like a big, back then when it's never been done before, and it was like the first time it was starting to become live and all cutting edge. Yeah, it was kind of shocking, but you can't do it again and again and again. That part of history is no longer relevant.
I just hate TNA. I actually started banging my head on the fucking table because I hate talking about this company. Can we please just ban? Right? Can we just never talk about this company again?
I saw on TNA that Jeff Jarrett and Karen Angle were having a wedding in the ring.
They are.
I don't understand this wedding angle that has been played out so many times.
Oh, they always have weddings though in wrestling. It's kind of an old thing.
Even Taz acknowledged that a wedding in a ring is a bad idea. It's bad if someone is already saying it's a bad idea, you know?
And they try to be funny because the priest was like, "So by the power vested in me by the Department of Motor Vehicles," and Taz's like, "Ho ho 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 ho! That's so funny. Let the pigeons loose." Like, shut the fuck up, you prick. I hate Taz. He's just a shit commentator. Like, ho 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 ho. Is he gonna do it? Yep. Let the pigeons loose. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Let the pigeons loose. Seriously. I know I'm stealing something from another fucking thing, but I can't help it. What the fuck is he saying? What does he mean? Let the pigeons loose. He only talks about it when the Divas come out. What the fuck is he talking about? What's a pigeon? Help me!
It's TNA's version of puppies.
Pigeons? What?
Pigeons.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't go after somebody and go, "You have great pigeons." It doesn't work. What the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, blimey, look at her pigeons. What the fuck are you even talking about? Jesus Christ.
That is the funniest thing I've heard all day. You got great pigeons.
Let the pigeons loose. Like, just shut up, Taz, you dickhead. Can we now make a ban on TNA? We just don't talk about it on this show.
Okay.
So the next headline is about Hulk Hogan. No, it's not actually.
It's not. It's about
WWE
Mystico.
destroying Mexican Lucha Libre.
Yep, that's what they're doing, and they're doing it well, apparently. WWE have unveiled their newest superstar signing, Sin Cara, formerly known worldwide as Mystico. The announcement took place during a press conference in his hometown of Mexico City, where the passionate fans of all ages turned out to see their favourite performer added to the WWE roster. Good. I think this guy is great. I've seen his matches. I think he's fantastic. So
yeah, but they're not even going to let him work that
2.0.
style, so he's going to be like Alberto Del Rio.
Right.
Started as a luchador, now he's just this idiot.
If they brought back the Cruiserweight title, then we could actually have some decent style wrestling, I think. Because I think...
Yeah, I mean, it worked for Ray, so why not
the
do
Cruiserweight
for...
title or a championship, sort of like the X Division Championship or something like that, then it gives it a different feel, and it wouldn't just always be the same thing, especially now that they've got these Mexican, Spanish audiences. This is the sort of thing that
they're
they would love
supposed to be
see.
the world wrestling entertainment, and they don't have any international style.
Yeah, I would love for them to bring back the Cruiserweight titles or something like the X Division title and see these Lucha Libre style matches in the big budget WWE American promotions. It would give a different feel, it would freshen up some of the cards and things, and I...
Yeah, but they're not actually wrestling, they're sports entertainment.
Whatever. That's
okay,
fucking
the point
ridiculous.
It worked for Ray though. Rey Mysterio got super over. I remember the night he debuted, and he beat Chavo, fair enough, with what Taz, because he's a fantastic commentator, called the 619, and then what happened? Oh yeah, Ray climbs the top of a cage and jumps off the fucker, and then gets super over overnight because of that. Mystico just needs to do that thing, but apparently, Mystico or Sin Cara, whatever the fuck. I hate that name. Sin Cara.
That might be his real name, I don't know.
I don't know. But he's currently working in FCW with FCW star Alex Kozlov to get footage for his entrance video. But Kozlov is very familiar with that Lucha Libre style. So the company thought that, it'd be a good transition for him to try and get into a more American wrestling style rather than just doing flips and shit.
But
they don't bring Kozlov up to the main roster. He's just like this guy that has to toil away helping this other
train
guy.
This guy. You train this guy. Fuck you ain't getting on our roster.
Alex Kozlov isn't any relation to Vladimir.
Yeah, and he's 10 billion times better in the ring.
Exactly. Fuck off,
I love Santino. He's got a goofy smile, he's just like this. Fuck is that about?
But apparently Mystico might be bypassing, obviously we've just said that he's working in FCW mainly to get footage for his entrance video, but besides that, the current
why don't they just buy it off CMLL?
I don't know, but apparently what they plan to do is for him, because he's such a big star in Mexico, they want him to bypass FCW and just go straight into WWE because he's such a big investment. They want to get.
He's basically he's going to be the replacement for Mysterio because Mysterio is kind of winding down his career. They need another masked Mexican to carry on selling masks to the little kids. So he's the next guy.
And the thing about it is, it's clearly working because WWE have just done incredible in Mexico in the ratings. I mean, CMLL only drew a 2.6 and AAA, or AAA, what the fuck you call it, drew a 2.8, and these are the two kind of traditional Mexican companies that have been around for donkey's years, while SmackDown in Mexico drew a 9.6 and Raw drew a 9.3. Dear God, that's insane. That's ratings.
Era style ratings.
Exactly. That's mental. And even before WWE, even before this, WWE have been like, well, they want to take over that market, and there's been talks of AAA and CMLL trying to work together to stop it, but
the big corporate takeover.
I mean, I guess Del Rio and Mystico make ratings, I guess, even though Mystico hasn't even actually fucking debuted yet. It's like, where's he debuting? I'm going to watch it now.
WWE knows how to play the foreign media because the media still covers wrestling quite strongly in Mexico. So it was on the news, so people watch that. It's like when you go back to 1998 when they brought over Taka Michinoku from Japan. They did the same thing. They had a big presentation of the light heavyweight title in the ring and all that. Then he went on to suck, but
no,
they know how to
you
play
can't
that
say
media.
Kai and Tai sucked. Evil! Indeed.
But the way they brought him in, and then he just never defended the title.
Fuck it! Yeah. Oh well. Who cares? He was awesome. They were awesome. Be quiet. Well, good for Mystico, I guess, and obviously this probably means that Rey Mysterio's on his way out, so...
Yeah, but we've always known it, because he's just got so many injuries, and he's not as young as he used to be. I mean, it's been nearly 10 years since he debuted, and then, of course, before that, he was in WCW for about 10 years or so. So I mean,
yeah, but he started wrestling when he was 18, so he's not exactly, like,
yeah, but
Undertaker kind of old.
You can't blame him for
Speaking
his
of the
knees being a
Undertaker-
bit fucked.
Well, speaking of people's knees being fucked and The Undertaker being old, there are now worries that The Undertaker will not be 100% for his match with Triple H at WrestleMania. It's highly unlikely that he'll back out this match though, because both Triple H and The Undertaker are the ones developing the storyline themselves with little creative input. Thank fuck for that. The idea behind the storyline is that Triple H is going at The Undertaker for revenge for The Undertaker ending Shawn Michaels' career. The match is expected to be the main event. No!
Hang
Why
on.
are you doing that?
I have a problem with this entire match, with
Why?
this entire build-up, right? Everyone's like,
But they don't mention 10 years ago ever!
I was going to say, everyone's going about, oh, this is going to be the biggest one ever, this is Undertaker's top challenge. Hang on, didn't they fight at WrestleMania 17 10 years ago? Why? We've seen this match at WrestleMania before, it's nothing that... We've seen it 10 years ago! It's
Yeah, it's just
nothing
taken them 10
special.
fucking years! It isn't, it's just a piece of shit. It
Well,
was
it
10
is still
years
new
ago.
to newer fans.
It's not.
Yeah, but these
Okay,
guys-
Taker's 51 and Hunter's about 49. This is going to be awful.
Yeah, you know, this is ridiculous. I don't understand why they're going... I mean, I understand what you said, Keelan, but still, we've seen it before. They don't mention the match they had 10 years ago, not in anything in promos, not a recap. They don't have a section on Raw just going, oh yeah, this is what happened when Triple H took on Undertaker 10 years ago at WrestleMania 17, so everyone's up to date. It's just like, yeah, that match never happened. Let's start from...
And they even say that they're the last of a dying breed. Well, fucking mention 10 years ago then. It makes
Dying
more
breed.
sense to do
They're
that.
that
You're going
old,
to go
they're
down
gonna
that
die.
route.
They should have mentioned... I watched Triple H's promo. He shouldn't have said, we're the last of the dying breed. He should have said, we're the last from the Attitude Era, because they are. They're the last two stars from the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
And that
I
was-
don't know.
I'm going to find somebody else, I'm thinking. Michael
Just to me.
Cole.
Alright, well,
I mean, actual wrestlers.
Um,
Because to me...
William
that would've
Regal.
No, he sort of
Shut
came
up.
in after
So
the Attitude
basically-
Era.
Actually,
That doesn't count.
did you see he had a brief gimmick in '98 called William Regal, a real man's man?
yes.
That was awful. He was like,
It was awful. Did he carry like Old Spice on him and go, I'm a real
he was
man?
like chopping logs and stuff,
Man.
and he's like English. It doesn't make any sense.
Such a man, such a man.
But I would have thought... I would have thought Triple H's
That's worse than
promo...
Kane being a dentist.
Isaac, yank him out.
I just thought Triple H's promo would have been more solid and have more hit if he said, we are the last two from the Attitude Era. Because that way, WWE isn't then being really ashamed of the Attitude Era, which put them on the map, and it would have given it a bit more of an oomph, in my opinion, and really think, yeah, this is it, you know, these are the last two guys from the Attitude Era going at it. Makes it a bit more entertaining, rather than just going, we're the last two giants. It's just like, oh.
With HBK
But I
as the
suppose
referee, though, it adds a different sort of bit more of an angle.
Yeah,
to
that'd
it.
make it good. But the thing is as well, like, I'm glad that there's no actual creative input from like the writers or anybody like that, and I'm glad that they're kind of doing their own thing, because this is how the fuck it should be. Just let people go out, cut their own promos, and it's like selling a fight. You have to make people want to watch it. You can't get somebody else to do it for you, because clearly that doesn't work. And I'm glad that two veterans like Triple H, like The Undertaker, are gonna have their own input into how this storyline's going to develop, which is great, because they know what the fuck they're doing.
That was
As
what
much
was
as
good
I hate
about
them
the
both.
Attitude Era. They were given much more freedom on the microphone. It didn't always come across as polished, but it was more realistic, if you ask me. And stars had the ability the opportunity to actually do their own thing and develop their own like little I don't know, rock with his eyebrow, things like that. But now it's so scripted, they can't get away with doing anything that might
do
give
anything.
them
They
fans.
can't even acknowledge the crowd. They can't even acknowledge what the crowd are saying because they're so scripted with their promos. There's somebody goes, "You suck, you suck, you suck." They can't even fucking acknowledge that. They just got to keep going on about what they were talking about before.
And
It's stupid.
It makes me laugh on how the writers think that the crowd will do anything they want them to, because it's like, oh yeah, Cena, you're so loved by this crowd, and then the crowd just boos loudly. It's just like, it's a bit obvious that he's not loved. If anything, it's at least mixed. It's ridiculous.
I'm sick
But
of
now
it.
they have like 15 billion writers all on salaries that it's their job to come up with all this crap. And they're not just going to stop because they've got to feed their kids. So I mean, I think it's much better when you have 2 or 3 people, just 2 or 3 people that work together and you know what they're doing, rather than loads of different people kind of sticking to a format in a corporate setting. You need like Vince Russo when he first died, kicking back in his apartment, just talking with Ed Ferrara or whatever, rather than this. You know what I mean? It's just...
Please don't talk about him in a positive light, for God's sake.
He was good once, when he had his
Right.
limits put on him.
No, it wasn't. He's never been good. He's come up with loads of shit ideas, but he had Vince McMahon saying,
Well, yeah, that's the
all
point.
your ideas are wank except for that one. That one's fucking great. We'll go with that. Russo's an idiot. He's like, he comes up with bullshit. Pinata on a pole match, anyone? Yeah, good idea, Vinny, you twat. No, he had Vince McMahon saying, yeah, all these ideas are completely fucking stupid, but this one, my God, that's a gem. We're going to run with that. That's why TNA sucks, because there is no one telling
the
him
other
that.
point, though, is
It's
that
like,
they-
all your ideas are brilliant. I love this. It's all good. Everything's fucking great. I'm like, fuck off. Ugh.
The other point is that back then they knew who the champion was going to be like in a year in advance, so at least they could build things up properly. Now it's more, week to week, month to month.
Random. Who the fuck knows next week what we're going to do?
Yeah, they basically write the show the night before it goes on or something. It's ridiculous. They don't have that. They don't know how things are going to end. And obviously, I don't mean to turn this into a film thing, obviously, because as people know, I study film production. But anyway, when you're making a story, you've got to know the end before anything. You've got to know how this thing ends, so you know how to build up to it. If you start something and you have no clue how to end, it's going to fizzle out, and it's not going to be the climax that you want it to be.
And you're going to miss that
That's what she
chance
said.
to add in little things here and there that add to the overall thing.
Exactly.
Like you're going to
It's
miss
like-
that.
You look at the Dark Knight or something, and right, I want Batman to fight the Joker on top of a tall building. I want that. Now, how are we going to lead up to it? Then you go from that. You work almost, it's like working backwards. You've got to know where to end before you know where to start, in my opinion.
I know how TNA will end. Bankrupt. So, we'll move on because I'm sick of this conversation. Will the baby have a massive mole thing on its face too? Congrats to former WWE Diva Jillian Hall, who's pregnant with her second child. She noted on Twitter, "It's time to announce what I've been asked repeatedly lately. Yes, I am pregnant. In all seriousness, congratulations, Jillian. Well done.
Well done indeed.
High five and stuff. Yeah.
Please don't tell me she still sings. What was with that fucking gimmick where she sings? Was
I
that
don't
supposed
know.
to be a...
She's had one of the 2 worst gimmicks in history. She had a mole type girth thing on her face, and then she just sung badly. I feel really sorry for her. She had 2 worst gimmicks in
She had this
history.
mole on her face when she first started, and I laughed that when the boogeyman ripped it off, there was no scar left. Did anyone notice
It's
that?
like Kane. I've been burnt for years. Oh no, not really.
Then I just washed the face paint off my face. Stupid shit.
Oh.
Speaking of fucking stupid shit, LOL Batista, it seems that WWE star Batista will be doing MMA after all. According to MMAweekly.com, his debut is scheduled to take place in May, but will be fighting outside in the US. He is said to be working closely with the UK-based MMA group BAMA, or BAMMA, whatever the fuck you want to call him. So, basically, he's going to get his ass kicked because he's 90 million years old. He's like The Undertaker. He's too old to do this shit. Stop it. God. Damn.
You know what I was really shocked, right? My university gets the Hollywood Reporter for the students and just leaves it in the common room for the students. And I was flicking through it, and it's a proper professional thing. It's made for filmmakers. It has adverts. It's got like, I don't know, like China having adverts saying, "Come and film over here. We've got great locations and shit." And I'm flicking through it, and there's a big picture of Batista in this new fucking film. So what the fuck's he doing in the Hollywood Reporter? Sorry, just a bit random.
He Batista bombed the editor.
Because it's a film magazine and he was in a film.
Yeah,
I don't know why I did that.
Obviously, he's going to be in this really shit, independent, low-budget movie that's just so cliched that no one's going to care. The Hollywood Reporter is...
Right, you'll be making them in a few years, though.
I'm making them now. What do you want about?
High five.
But
I don't know.
The Hollywood Reporter is for like big things. They report on the Oscars and shit like that. I mean, like properly, not just bypassing it like the Sun does. It's pretty big.
I should give you the contact of my friend George Anton. He used to do a show on the Resistance Radio Network that I do a show on. He lives in like LA or something, and he makes really shit like vampire films, and it's just really funny. He has it all on his YouTube.
It's nice saying his films are shit, though, I must say.
No, he admits it. It's
Hello,
really
friend.
Funny.
What you do is like complete shit. So, we're still friends? You cool? Great.
No, he just gets
What?
women to like strip off. He's like, "You want to get naked in the film?" Yeah, no worries, because they're trying to be actors or whatever.
Where does he live? Where is this? Yeah, that happens to me on a regular basis. No, it doesn't. What comes before Part B? Party! Woo! Party where? With TNA? Hey, fuck that shit. TNA are throwing an exclusive party on Saturday for the UK fans. Woohoo! No! Oh, they just hit my arm on the chair.
That's karma.
My
Too much
funny
TNA
bone.
bashing.
Oh, fuck TNA! Yeah, I said it. Ain't nobody scared. The bash the bash will be hosted by Jeremy Borat in London and promises a whole host of surprises. TNA TV cameras will be there, and it's basically there to thank everyone for our support of them over the last 12 months. Clearly that wasn't aimed at me, because if I turn up, they'll be like, "You're that guy," and I'll be like, "Yeah, fuck off." But tickets are strictly limited, and the only way to get them is to find JB. He's like, "Where's fucking Wally?" in one of our TNA
I don't get it, look.
around the country.
We're in a recession still. Nobody's got any money. Can people afford to buy train tickets to go around trying to find JB to then buy these expensive tickets and go to like a crappy TNA party?
Why would...
No.
It's just dumb. I don't understand. What kind of party is this going to be? It's going to be a party with a bunch of men in spandex going, "What you going to do?" I don't want a party. What?
You have to pay to go to... So you have to first get a train ticket to find Borash, and then you have to pay him to give you a ticket to a shit party.
Possibly.
Yes.
It might be free, but still, you still got to pay to travel around.
Yeah. Oh my god, I hate you guys. I hate TNA so much.
They can't even throw a fucking party right! What is wrong with these people?
I've just got this...
Fuck them!
I've got
Sorry,
this image
Jesus Christ.
of Borash
Oh,
sat at a
God.
table with a little party hat on his head, looking really sad.
But
There's no
woohoo,
one-
It's got like
TNA.
abyss with balloons like we did on that pay-per-view.
Stupid,
No one's
stupid
gonna
company.
No, sorry. We should say that no one has...
We've all been
The,
to...
the only
you know what it's gonna
the
be
best
like?
way they could
Wait,
sell
wait.
this is to say the beautiful people will be on the dance floor.
No, the
Naked.
beautiful
That's the
people
only way
will
that
be
people will
pole
go.
dancing.
No, here's the thing. Look, this is like that 18th that you were invited to that no one really wanted to go to, and then you turn up and there's like nobody there, but you can't leave because if you leave, it's obvious why you're leaving because there's nobody there because it's shit. That's what this is gonna be. Like, fuck this fucking company and it's stupid. Why are they throwing pies? Woohoo! We're doing really well. Our fucking ratings are doing shit. Why? Why are you throwing a party, you dickhead?
I've got a
Stop
funny-
wasting
I've got a
money
funny
throwing
party story.
pies and help your fucking company.
I got a funny party story.
You have a
Side issue, but my friend's a DJ, so he does people's parties, and he was paid to do this party for this guy who used to go to our school, and he used to have the nickname Pedo Potter. And we went there, and it was like you said, there was nobody there, and just this Pedo Potter guy, and I was in the loo, and he didn't know who I was. So he came in the loo, he was like, who the hell are you? I'm like, I'm your party, there's nobody else here. And then his mum came up to us and started poking us with a balloon in a really, sort of, what's the word, awkward way, and we were just like, what the fuck? I think we better leave.
Oh man.
That's the party of the story.
I don't remember my 18th very well, to be honest.
Yeah, your fucking 18th birthday party,
You were
Andy,
at-
you made me get up in front of a bunch of people I had never met before, and then drunkenly do a speech about you. What the fuck?
Brilliant. It was the greatest thing
didn't know
ever. They were like,
anybody, and I was
Andy,
so
Andy,
drunk.
Andy. It was
I
great.
was so drunk I couldn't
And
even.
then they were like, Liam, Liam,
I don't even
Liam,
remember
Liam,
what I
Liam.
said.
And you had to talk. And that was the greatest thing ever. You had to talk. But then after that, I don't remember my
I
18th, to
remember
be
you
fair.
saying actually.
I remember pub golf, but that was
remember you
it.
saying,
Pub golfers or something.
You
Can't
got
remember.
you got Joe up first, and he said, right, I want this guy. He's the co-host of the Supla. I was like, oh fucking hell, he is gonna get me up, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh man, you're a twat. Anyway.
You know Big
I
Lee.
don't remember much of mine.
Liam,
Oh,
you know
Big
Big
Lee,
Lee.
yeah.
At his party, I was like completely fucked, and they had this card
We're
that
just going into the Supla, by the way, guys.
this card that everyone had to sign, and like you know everyone put whatever. And when it came to me, I didn't know what I wrote, and then when we looked at the back, I said Hazel from Media Studies is fit or something. In really wiggly writing because I couldn't write.
That's amazing.
That's brilliant. I was reading Chris Jericho's book and I heard that and I nearly dropped my book on the floor. Brilliant. Speaking of Chris Jericho, he's on Dancing with the Stars and stuff, and he's going to be dancing, and I've got his book here. He is a New York Times best-selling author, apparently, and I've read this book, and it is really good, I think. Has anyone else read the
Not
book?
yet, I want to though.
Yeah,
Okay.
I read
So you
the
just
back
wait for me to give this
page.
review.
I read the back page, and it says
So
WrestlingTruth.com on
have
it. I was like, ooh,
I
thanks,
read the
Jericho.
back page as well, and I was like, Chris Jericho is awesome.
I think it's a brilliant
I
thing,
guess.
you know, just a website run by a 20-year-old from his shed.
Alright,
is
don't
now-
give everything away.
Sorry, did I just ruin the magic?
He lives at this number.
Yeah, you can stalk him if you like. No.
There's
His
no lock on the
Facebook
gate.
address is- But no, seriously, it's like
Hey,
it's
don't worry.
pretty awesome that you know it's happened, man. I
Yeah,
must
but
say.
did you read that review? It was a little bit of an ass-kissing review. That's probably why they put it on there.
Well, you're gonna ask
Well,
him
no
the
shit.
next one.
Yeah, who's writing a book
See?
now? Yeah, one problem though. It was a typo. It's not the Wrestling Truth. It's Wrestling Truth.
You're gonna have to buy that domain name.
Yeah, you're gonna have to buy the domain now. I'm sorry.
That's the swerve. You know, we did
Swerve!
plug you, but you're gonna have to
Sorry.
buy a brand
There's
new
an echo in
domain
this
name.
room.
Yeah, they already own the domain name. It's a big con job. So I have to buy it off them. Thanks, Jericho. Not.
Thanks, Chris. Should we get him on the show? Let's get him on the
Can you
show.
imagine if we had Jericho at the show?
I don't think I dare bring him on the
That
show
would be the
'cause
crazy.
he's obviously going to leave
Why?
incredibly insulted.
No, he won't.
Oh, he
Just bring him
will.
on the
I'm
show. We can all
He
bash
won't be
TNA.
insulted.
He bashes TNA in this book. He bashes TNA in this book. So why don't we all just have one big TNA fuck TNA
That would
discussion?
actually be
Yeah,
quite fun.
then in like 10 years when he's not got a job and he's like, maybe I could go to TNA.
TNA won't be around in 10 years.
You said that 10 years
Fuck
ago.
it. Just TNA will not survive 2012. If anything, 2012 is going to happen because of TNA.
2012 is in reference to TNA. That's what's going to end.
They dig up a new
Exactly.
Mayan calendar and it's got like Abyss's face on it.
And they're
10,
like,
10, 10.
what could it mean? No, it's got Vince Russo's head on it. It's like, what could this
Antichrist.
weird face mean?
That's why the birds are falling out of the
He is
sky.
the
It's
devil!
Vince Russo.
The devil!
That's funny.
He is the
Vince Russo killed all the bees.
I saw a dead bee yesterday, actually. It was fucking weird.
Why?
Did you know, here's a fun fact, if all the bees die, we are all fucked, apparently.
No,
Because
no
bees
plants.
do everything. They pollinate plants, they give us honey,
You also know,
what else do they do?
all spiders died, there'd be a lot of flies.
Did
Yeah,
you
it's
know
called the
if
ecosystem.
TNA died...
If
Did
all the
you-
humans
did you know
died,
if TNA
there would be
died?
less plastic
Shut up,
bags.
let me do my joke! Did you know if TNA died, the world would be a better place? So,
Oh, one of those make-a-wish kids. They're like, WWE does it all the time.
Yes!
TNA tries to do it, and the
We're
kid's
gonna
like,
pretend-
I
can we
wish
pretend that there's something wrong
TNA
with
goes out of business.
yes, someone needs to do that. Okay, if you are part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, don't bother meeting like the childhood hero, because there's a saying, never meet your heroes because they never is
Yeah,
nice
you end up
or some
shaking
shit.
their fists.
So,
and-
Basically,
yeah, exactly.
if
So just
one
ask
of
for
you
TNA to
guys
go
who is
away.
listening, if one of you guys who is listening is a dying child on their deathbed, please wish for
Oh.
TNA
No.
to go out of
Oh
business.
God, no! You didn't have to put it like
It
that.
was supposed to be
It's not
it was
funny
supposed to be a
anymore.
passing joke, but you just took it too far.
Yeah, and you
That's
ruined
what I
it.
do, guys. Come on, it's my gimmick.
You took the joke too far, as per usual.
It's my gimmick. I always...
Apparently Hulk Hogan's coming back. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
He's got a broken back. He can't walk. How's he coming back?
Apparently he's looking to return to the ring by the end of the year.
Oh my God! Did you see Hogan's recent series of tweets? He's so
Hogan.
bad.
Him and Bret Hart.
He's so bad at spelling. He called Bret Hart breast heart.
Hulky Twitter, we should
Hulky
get him
Twitter.
on the
No!
Oh, it's like breast heart.
Charlie Sheen is like the biggest lad on this earth.
It's all right. I'm
is
not
amazing.
bipolar. I'm bi winning.
What?
That's the greatest line in human history. He's like, yeah, I was going down on like 7 girls at once while completely fucking wasted. And I'm like, lad, I can't see what's wrong with this. But he's like, oh, he's fucking insane, he's on drugs all the time. There is that, but, and I don't agree with that, but, lad,
Are we talking
come
about
on.
Charlie Sheen
The
or
guy
Hulk
is-
Hogan here?
Charlie Sheen. Obviously not Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's into incest. He's the
I'm not on
Hulk
drugs.
Hulk
The only
Hogan's
drug I'm on
into-
is Charlie Sheen.
Yeah,
There's like a whole
thing ever. He's
dubstep
just
remix of it.
Like, there is. Oh my God! It's like he's just bobbing his head all the time. Oh, Charlie Sheen. Even though he is fucking out of his mind, he
How is
is
he getting so many
the
girls?
funniest
He's an
guy in the
ugly
world right now.
bastard.
I know. What the fuck?
Oh,
Seriously.
you know who Alex Jones is, don't you, Liam?
Yes, I know Alex.
He was on the Alex Jones show when all that kicked off.
Really?
And because of the Alex Jones show, they've cancelled Charlie Sheen's show. So Alex Jones got to go on The View, which is like our version of Loose Women. And he got to talk about all his like alternative politics theories, and The View women are like, no, we're here to talk about Charlie Sheen. And he's like, 9/11 was an inside job.
What an idiot. Like, no, we don't want to talk about that guy. No, stop it. Like, I don't know.
I think it
I don't
might
know
have been
where
a
I
publicity
stand on
stunt
Charlie
just
Sheen.
to sort of get that information out of it.
I don't know where I stand with this guy, because on the one hand, he is like the ultimate man. On the other hand, he's fucking insane. And he's like the Jeff Hardy and the fucking...
He's like a real life
Jeff Hardy and
Chuck Norris.
the CM Punk. Yeah, he's like the CM Punk and Jeff Hardy combined and meshed into like Charlie Sheen.
Alright, on the Alex Jones show though, he's like Alex Jones is trying to divert the interview to like make it relevant to what he wants to talk about, and he's like, you remind me of Thomas Jefferson, and Charlie Sheen's like, Thomas Jefferson was a pussy. It's like, you can't say that.
can't say these things. Oh, jeez. But yeah, basically, the moral of the story is... fuck Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I think that's the moral of the story. We seriously hate TNA. Can we actually ban TNA on this show? Like,
TNA,
then we'd have nothing to talk about.
Look.
Bashing TNA is the majority. We should rename the show from the Super to a bunch of guys who hate
Fuck
TNA.
Except for Crybaby, he loves TNA.
Oh, I miss Crybaby. Whatever happened to him?
No! Shut the fuck up!
Was he
no.
the one who called you Quandrite?
Yes. I fucking... Right, there's a website called GoBarbara.com and you can customise the song Barbara Streisand. And somebody on my Facebook as a friend put Quanny is a massive twat and it went Quanny is a massive twat. Can anyone get my fucking name right? Seriously, it's not hard. It rhymes with swan. It sounds like swan. It's not Quan. It's not spelled with a fucking K. It's not spelled with an I, like Quinn.
There's no dry on the end of it.
No M's in it. No dry at the end of it.
I can't believe...
God, I might change my name.
I still can't believe we've been on Wrestling Truth for over a year now, and people still can't get your name right. You are like the Dolph Ziggler of the Supla. You're always like, hi, I'm Andy Quan. Quan.
I'm Andy Quan. Alright, Andy Quan Dry Quinn.
Who are you?
Andy Quan Dry Quinn, Quan, Swan, Man, Fan, Dan, Gan, just anything other than my fucking name.
Ram, jam, spam, ram.
Vietnam. Random shit, just random dumb. I hate people who get my name wrong. Charlie Sheen. I don't know. Oh god.
I think
apparently his ex-wife and his kids left him, but he got like an extra million people on Twitter. So does it balance itself out? I don't really know.
He gets like 10 billion an episode of 2.5 Men, which is absolutely shit.
That's uncancelled though.
If Andy ever became famous, he would be the next Charlie Sheen. To be honest.
I would probably go nuts if I suddenly became viral and just like became famous overnight. I would go mad. I would have so much money, I would literally just go mental. I wouldn't know what to do with my fucking time. And I think my head would explode because of all the possibilities I could fucking do. I'd go mad. That's probably why I'm
drugs. It's called being Ant-Quad. If anyone else tried it, they'll probably shrink.
Oh, it's not being bipolar, it's by winning. That's not what your mum said last night.
It's like, all
exactly,
these people are worried about you,
shipping.
Charlie. He's like, I don't give a crap, I'm just going to go do 10 lines of coke and bony smoking hearties.
My goddesses. What the fuck?
Very,
oh my
strange.
god. Is this like going to be a third video where it's just random shit here? I don't know. But, you know, I hope he doesn't... Like, you can do all this shit but not be on coke. If he wasn't, like, constantly fucking fucked completely out of his mind...
Yeah, but if he wasn't
and did all this stuff...
Mind, we wouldn't have awesome viral clips like that. You gotta... Things happen for a reason. I've always said that. Charlie Sheen was put on this earth...
Why does TNA exist? Why then, God?
Charlie Sheen was put on
Tell
this
me.
earth to get high and then make viral videos. That's it. And entertain everybody.
Brilliant.
I actually quite like his politics though, that's the problem. He's just totally, like, crapped over other people that believe the same thing. Maybe he's an agent. Charlie Sheen's working for the government to make everyone else look stupid.
It's an inside job!
That's it. Charlie Sheen is an inside job.
So I think we should end it.
That's not his real name either, it's Estevez or something, isn't it?
It's Carlos Estevez.
His name is Carlos.
Seriously, I don't know how
Really?
many people... I didn't even think you would even know about that Charlie Sheen thing. How many people are talking about it? It's quite insane.
It's insane because the guy is just fucking mental. I think when I say lad, it's like lad is in, my god, there's no one in human existence that could possibly do that because it's wrong. But at the same time, you kind of have to admire the guy because he's like, still alive.
Yeah, and he doesn't care.
And he doesn't care that he can kill himself doing this. He's like, fuck it, you live once. There's a line though, Charlie. You know, there's a line where you think,
A line
you
of
live
coke?
once.
Yeah, there is a line.
Like, no, Charlie, you can't.
I don't know.
He and Jeff Hardy should have a big
It might just
pie
be his
or something.
personality, you don't
And
know. He could just
I
be a
don't
bit
know.
psycho anyway.
He does look like a fucking maniac. But basically, I think that's
I
it
was
for
going
the
to say, we
show.
talked at least 5
Because we
minutes
are
about
not.
Charlie Sheen, who has nothing to do with anything about wrestling.
Just add this in a random video on the site. Just go extras.
We should
Random
make
shit we talk
extras
about.
for the show,
'Cause
like outtakes
What-
and Easter
we'll
eggs
do that
and
then.
shit.
Jesus.
Easter eggs. I hate that word.
I love Easter eggs.
Get these Easter eggs on this game. What are you talking about, Easter eggs? I was really confused when I first heard that term. I was like, Easter eggs?
I really would.
I can buy an Easter egg from the game. Oh yeah.
I thought they were hidden
God.
Easter eggs. Like you actually had to drive around like GTA and there would be an Easter egg or something.
You have to go hunt the Easter bunny down and kill him. Probably have sex with it first and then kill him. Oh, that's grisly. Sorry.
Hot coffee?
Sorry. That's grisly.
I'm gonna stop talking.
The image of Keelan making love
It
to
would
a
be if you did
rabbit.
that with the fucking Easter bunny, wouldn't you? Sorry. My God, I'm an awful human
Have you
being.
watched that Grizzly Man
I'm a
film
monster.
yet?
Yes,
Dude.
I've seen it.
Ah, what the hell are you talking about? Just banged my leg on the table, which made my camera shake. What are you talking about?
Grizzly Man, the big gay
That's what
guy
she
that
said.
like lives with bears and then gets eaten by the bear.
Sorry, I should laugh, but it is funny.
What the hell is this?
It's a documentary.
whatever,
Like
I
he filmed
don't
himself.
understand.
Like he's this crazy bear lover,
So he filmed his own death.
but he's like a closet gay at the same time. So it's like he's, I don't know, trying to come out of the closet with the bears or something, and he's like calls the bear like Mr. Chocolate and stuff. So, hello, Mr. Chocolate. It's a fucking bear. It's gonna eat you. And he's like, they're endangered. I'm the only one that can save them. And they're in like a national park with like boundaries.
That's like me jumping into a fucking piranha tank, going, "I'm completely straight, piranhas." Hello.
Yeah, and naming
what?
the piranha like Mr. Softly.
Hello, Mr. Bitey. You alright? I mean, dear God, what the fuck?
And even he goes up.
Seriously?
They have a big fight, and he's right near it. These two bears, and he goes up to the poo that comes out while they're fighting.
Oh,
And he's like, "It's still warm. It's still warm. I can feel the warmth."